Right, so at, at exactly um well, I don't know what's gonna happen. A weak or strong, yeah. As a matter of fact, the general consensus is about weakness of the New Zealand dollar. So what do we do? Even if that is the case, let's see. So at exactly 1 a.m., the statement will be released. Prior to that time, I'm looking for possibility of further information on it. But yeah, before the release of the statement, let me quickly explain the strategy, should in case anyone want to follow through with it as well. So, where are you guys from? If you can type into the chat room, let me know where you're from. Okay. Tanzania, but in the UK. Wow, interesting. Yeah, in the same country. What part of the UK are you from? I'm in London. Right, so I'm gonna be looking at Nigeria. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Samuel. Mr. Samuel Solari. I'll be looking into at least for all of this space. All right. I'll be looking into 4 of this space. I'm expecting whatever the outcome of this. And prior to that, I want to take out every single orders, pending orders, or whatever orders that I've got on anything that's got to do with with New Zealand. So I've got a pending order here before I'll take it out. I've got a pending order on this one before I'll take it out. All right. So if there's any pending order whatsoever, I just want to take them out. So I've got a pending order on this. Literally, I'll take it out as well. There's no pending order on that one. Right. And excuse me. Sorry, guys. Then I'll be looking at the chart. I'll be looking at, say, for example, I'll be looking at the 1 hour chart. Majorly, I like to look at the 4 hours chart, and then see how best I can narrow that down to. See how best I can narrow that down to possibility of 30 minutes chart before the actual event. All right. So, and the straddle technique is basically, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know whether we're gonna have a surprise. I don't know whether it's gonna fall in line with expectation before the event. A lot of people are already selling the pound against New Zealand. Let's look at it from daily perspective. All right, so this is becoming weak before the event. A lot of people are literally buying the Euro New Zealand before the event. If we look at this from a daily perspective, we can see the sentiment is buyers are stronger. A lot of people are buying the Aussie against New Zealand, and literally a lot of people are buying the Canadian against the New Zealand. So the consensus all around is more or less like sell New Zealand, except on the sterling. All right, so I'll go back to the 4-hour chart. So basically what I'll do on the 4-hour chart is simple. I'll do my setup now, and then you can then watch. Thank you for joining in Augustine. Right, so bear me a second, please, gents. Right, so my setup, it goes like, look at the last 4-hour candle. In this case, I want to put a buy limit, or sorry, a buy stop above there, all right? And I want to put a sell stop above there. Augustine, where are you from? All right. And then doing that, if I shoot into the 30 minutes straightforward, I'll see where my orders are. All right, so my orders are literally a lot of distance away from the market, which means from here to here. My orders is about 33 pips away from the market, from where the market is currently. My orders is about 18 pips away. All right, that 18 pips can still be faking, but the main point of this is for me to not get into trade before the actual event. All right, so I want to play safe. I want to play as safe as possible. In fact, in some instances, it's better for me to even have my stop in the market as well when I get activated. All right, this can literally get you stopped out as well. But if the event is just gonna move, it's gonna move significantly, and then you don't need to worry about getting stopped out. It's a risk that you have to accept. If you cannot accept that risk, then don't bother with it. So this is another 4-hour chart. Hi, Augustine, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria as well. Of the general manager. Where are you from, general manager? Marcos James. Thank you all for joining. This is another 4-hour chart. Then I'll pull my buy stop above. All right. I'll pull my sell stop below the price. All right. So in this case, I don't know which direction it's gonna go, but I want to make sure that I'm safe, so I can put my stop in place from early. All right, and then pull my stop over here from early as well. So we've got literally about 18 minutes to the event. This is another 4-hour chart. All right. And then I'll do just the same thing. The main point is I don't want to get into trading before the event. So if I'm trading this, I'm going to be watching my charts closely and making sure that none of the trade got activated, even a second to the event. All right. And that's another one. Okay. Right. So the same thing applies to this one. I'll put my buy stop above the market. Okay. I want to do that on a 4-hour chart so that I'm not too close to the current market price. All right. And then the same thing apply over here. Sell stop in the market. And I want to do that way earlier before the event. All right. So in the case that price is gravitating towards my entry, all I'll just do is I'll move this down a little bit, and I can move that up a little bit. I'll watch this. I can move it either way. All right. All right. So in this case, my entry point, look at the current market price on pound New Zealand. My entry point, like I said, probably you're just joining in. I want to look at the 4-hour chart, and I want to put my orders above the 4-hour charts. All right. I want to put it above the current 4-hour candle. All right. See that in case this is just going to move, it's going to move. I expect it to move significantly strong, either to the upside or to the downside. So I expect myself to be in this position as soon as it is released. Okay. So I expect to be in this position as soon as it is released. So, and that's the reason why I want my orders way above the market. If I've got anything on before the event that's got New Zealand, I want to delete all orders that's got New Zealand in it. 91.46. So if I haven't, then obviously my entry point in this particular one is 91.46 for the pound New Zealand, and obviously 90.88 for the sell side, and 91.46 for the buy side. right? And then on the buy side, on the Euro New Zealand, that will be 57. But these values can change based on how the price is moving. If the market is moving strongly, this value can change. All right. If I've got anything on before time, I want on New Zealand, I want to make sure that that is deleted. I'm going to be watching my price closely. Yeah. And it's as simple as that. That's how you straddle the market. But you want to be prepared for the move way earlier before and make sure that you have your orders in. Okay. You have your orders in way earlier before time. So, well, your orders shouldn't be activated until when the news come out. So if you have a system to have your orders in a second before the news comes out, that's absolutely perfect by me. If you don't, well, you can do it 10 minutes before the news, 15 minutes before the news. In this case, we've started about half hour before the news. All right. So you look at your 4 hour chart. If you're just joining me, thank you all for joining me. This is just a live session about looking into trading the New Zealand dollar news, the official rate statement. I would say doing that, you can have your orders above the 4 hour charts. It kind of gives it more room before it gets activated, because you don't want to be activated before the news. So you have to be watching this closely and make sure that none of your orders get activated before the news. You have to know that the news is in 10 minutes time and you are watching this closely and you do not get activated before the news. All right. So if you get good at this, you'll be able to do it on a 5 minutes and be watching closely what the time is saying and making sure that I can see that in the next 4 minutes, 20 seconds is when this 5 minutes is going to close. And I've got another 5 minutes to that. So I want to see to the second how things are going on. I don't want to get activated before the event. When you get good at this, you want to have your orders as close as possible like this when you get good. But before then, yeah, you just want to make sure that you play this safe and yeah, you're watching the market closely. Make sure you can see in some cases, I make sure that my stock it's in place as well. All right, because this news can whipsaw sometimes. You have to be ready that this is highly risky. All right, and at the same time, it can be very profitable. Okay, highly risky, but it can be very profitable. So don't go good morning. Don't go and put the whole of your account on this without making sure that you are protected. All right, make sure that you are protected. The buy limit for EuroCAD, that hasn't got anything to do with it. So I'm not really bothered about that. So guys, that's
Hello.
That's what we are looking at. Yeah, and that's basically how to use the straddle technique. So we wait and watch for the reactions. Basically, the Euro New Zealand and the GBP New Zealand are the ones that move the most for this particular news. So they can move anything from a couple of 200 pips and 200 pips plus for this particular news. And then there's a second technique whereby 5 minutes after the news come out, we can look into possibility of entering 5 minutes after the news come out. So that is more conservative, and that will give you opportunity to. So we've got literally about a couple of 5 minutes and some few seconds into the news. I'm watching my position. None of them is it. I don't want any of this position to get it before the news. All right. I don't want any of this position to get it before the news. So I'll be watching them very closely and making sure that none of them get it before the news. So the second technique will be 10 minutes after the news. Obviously you come in late. As you can see, we've got two orders in the market. We don't know which direction the price is going to go. So you're going to have your buy stop and sell stop in the market. So literally we've got about 4 minutes, 30 something seconds before the news. Timing is very essential in this. All right. Time is very essential in this. Okay. So if you're putting in your orders, make sure that you're doing this, watching the time. It's going to be, the news is going to come out in exactly 4 minutes. In exactly 3 minutes, the news is coming out. So it's going to be released. It can be very profitable and at the same time, very risky. Okay. So you go understand and know precisely what you're doing and how you're doing it. So make sure you play this safe. Don't go and blow your account. If you cannot play this safe on a live account, you can play it on a demo account to see how it works. All right. So we've got 2 minutes before the news. The other thing that I'm going to watch for is which pair is becoming stronger. New Zealand is very strong. Aussie is very weak before the news. All right. And Swiss is very weak before the news. I'll be watching my position very strongly. And I'll make sure that I don't get it before the news. The news is going to occur within the next 1 minute and some few seconds. So I don't want my position to get it before the news. Be mindful of gaps. In a couple of 53 seconds, the news will be out. 48 seconds, the news is going to be out. In 42 seconds, the news will be out. I don't want to get it before the news. In 12 seconds, the news will be out. I don't want to get it before the news. In a couple of seconds, the news will be out. I don't want to get it before the news. In 2 seconds, the news will be out. I don't want to get it. So the news is out. The outcome of the news. Can see the outcome of the news. The outcome of the news is significant. I'll delete any others that is not in line with mine. I'll move my stop to break even and make sure that I'm protected on this. All right. And that's how to play this. And whatever the case may be, thank you guys for joining in. So I'm in this trade without any risk anymore. I'm in all this trade without any risk anymore. So, and literally, as you can see, we're catching some few pips. We've catch 189 pips, 129 pips, and then obviously we're still going up. All right. So what I'm gonna do quickly is I want to see the extent with which this is going. I want to be watching key levels with the way this is going. Okay. I want to be watching key levels with the way this is going. Key levels in such a way whereby we can protect whoever needs protecting. So we've gone up the new schema. You can see we've gone beyond the weekly pivots on this. I've got this one. I want it to be the Aussie New Zealand. Okay, Aussie New Zealand. And that's the reason why you don't want to get popped before the event. All right. So literally this account, right? So on this, in this case, we are hitting the monthly pivot. That's an important area for me. All right. I expect price to continue to go up. Okay. But notwithstanding, as you can see, I'll be protecting my position as we go. All right. Things are looking good. So we are literally up about a couple of thousands of pounds. And I mean, I'm so happy and grateful for this opportunity in the market. It's not by my own doing, but you guys can do this as well. So at that, I'm going to look into taking some few profits on this. All right. I'm going to secure about a lot of my investment on this. I'm not going to be greedy. Take some profits, look for a way to enter back at any particular point in time. So the reason why I take profit on the Aussie New Zealand is we are approaching monthly pivot. On the Euro New Zealand, I'm going to take some profit as well. We've hit the high, all right, and I'll look for a favorable place to enter back as well. Okay, so I've taken some profit on that. There's no need to play this like a dumbass. So on the New Zealand card, so generally we up about, it's 200 pips, 130 something pips, 70 something pips, 80 something pips. That's how much we up. All right, so I'm going to look into the pound as well. The pound is still going. It's got a long way to go. This guy is still going as well. So the best way to do this again is you can look at the time within 5 minutes, right? Within 5 minutes, we banking a couple of thousands of pips. Couple of thousands of sterling within 5 minutes. Literally flip up that account and yeah, do it in a professional manner, guys. Thank you for joining in on today's session. If you've got any question, please do not hesitate to send them in. I've got a couple of more minutes for you guys to interact with me. If you have any question whatsoever, if you want to talk, let me unmute this and get you guys to talk. So this guy is literally blazing hot. I know at some point it's going to retrace. So, and in this case, you're not going to be buying against this. You don't want to buy against this. Okay? I mean, sorry, you don't want to sell against this whatsoever. All right? You don't want to sell. This is fundamental. This is pure fundamental. And this is what trader does. We don't sit down and listen to what the news is. Whatever the outcome of the news, none of my problem. All I know is I want to wake up at this time, catch some peeps, make some money, and I hope you all make some money at the same time, you know. Thank you so much, guys. Any question, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be monitoring my position, looking at what price is doing. I'm so happy and grateful for this opportunity.
Okay, so basically, the sell stop orders you placed, you've closed them at the moment, right? As a new scaler.
The sell limit. All these ones need to go now. Yeah, it's not a market order. It's a pending order.
Oh, okay.
So it's a pending order, and make sure that none of them get activated before the news. And this is what you can investigate as well. Look at what's happening 5 minutes before the news. The price is going down, all right? So say, for example, I'm playing this on a 5-minute chart and I'm not playing safe. What I will end up doing is most probably I'll go and place my order. Say I place my buy limit because I want to be greedy anyway. I place my buy limit over here because what they did is my Aussie New Zealand, I was watching it closely. They didn't actually activate it at the right price. They were pushing down the spread, pushing up the spread. But because I've seen the result of the news in other pairs, I know that at the point in time it's going to get activated. All right, that was the pair where I checked. I see that that's the pair that's got the lowest, that is so weak before the event. You can see 2 points. It was so weak before the event. So what I then do is I put a lot more risk on that one because I know it's going to move the most. 77 pips on that one. This one is 217 pips. Currently on the euro is 147 pips. So in one night, we've net about, this is almost 400 pips. This is another 200 pips. That's 600 pips. And on this one, it's about, how many pips have I got on this one? About almost 700 pips in total within 5 minutes, within 10 minutes. This is literally within 10 minutes of trading. So it's not just about reading, it's about being brave, getting ready to go to war. And you just go to war and win. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna be drawing some hefty sum of money today. Yeah, I did record it. How we catch, and I'm gonna put it as how we catch about 900 pips within 5 minutes.
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Yeah, thanks very much. I personally couldn't trade, bro, because it's
My bad for overtime.
Sorry?
reading the news, so I wanted to be very careful. But I feel like I couldn't trade because this is my first time of trading the news, so I just watched what you guys did.
Yeah, you don't have to.
So I probably next time I will be able to trade with you.
You're
But like what I realized is that most of us are not used to the. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you, although it's been distorted, but I can hear you.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, please.
All
I can
right, what
hear
I was saying is that I could not trade the news. I could not trade the news because I could not trade the news because it's my first time, so I wanted to watch the procedure. But like most of us are not used to the C trader, so I couldn't actually see the entry points and stuff like that. So if like probably next time it could be using both trader and then MetaTrader, so that those of us who are used to the MetaTrader will be able to follow it.
Well, yeah, like I said, I cannot give you an actual value for the entries because I'm going to be moving my entries up and down. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I couldn't give you an actual entry or actual value for the entries or exits. Yeah, you can get the recording. You can get the recording tonight. Obviously, within the next couple of few minutes, I'm gonna process this and then I'll produce it and send it to the group. Based on that, somebody, any other question whatsoever?
Yeah, I have a question. So this strategy you use in trading the R, B, and Z news,
Yeah.
can we use same strategy for FOMC news?
Well, FOMC, one thing you have to understand is this. You can use it for FOMC, but you have to look at all the other data that's coming alongside. The mere fact that we make profit today, that doesn't mean that every day, if you use the strategy technique, you're going to make profit. Reason being, some news can be very conflicting. I try to cover news trading. When I see conflicting news, let's have a look at it. Yeah, you can use this for retail sales. So if you go on my if we go on my Forex Factory charts, yeah, what you tend to see is you're gonna see this particular news, ECB President Draghi speaks, yeah. So more or less like the same thing. 1 second. I'm getting a lot of feedback in one way or the other. I'm going to mute this gentleman. Sorry, Erica. Yeah, but the feedback is strong. All right. So what I'm trying to say in essence is 8 o'clock today, ECB President Draghi is going to speak. All right. So this is a red alert news, and the red alert news, I'm going to be careful with that. Reason being is this. When it is a speaking event, yeah, there can be lineup of different things going on. Probably Draghi will want to speak about interest rate majorly. Draghi will want to speak about the job or labor market. Draghi will want to speak about the economy. You know, there's quite a lot of things that can be said, all right? And there will be question and answer. And reporters are very trickish in the way whereby in the question and answer section, they will go and ask a funny question, all right? So that funny question, the response to the funny question can literally derail every single thing that's been said from the beginning of the speech. You know what I mean? Say, for example, 1 second, please. Wait a second. Making some money, I'm feeling so hot, you know? Right. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this. If it's a speaking event, it can be more riskier. Yeah. You can get the same results. You can get mixed results. You can get results in line with expectation. You can get results that is completely surprised. All right. So if you're going to be doing that, obviously the way that I trade that is either I do not trade it at all, yeah, or I want to trade it after the event. Okay. Either I do not trade it at all. I took a big loss today and news just got me profit again. Thank you, Marcos. I mean, you gotta have to believe in the process. You know what I mean? You gotta have to believe in the process. When we do this, we do not place guarantee on anything for anybody, but because this is what we do for a living, and I've been doing it for 12 years, literally, I can just guide you in the right direction. You know what I mean? And let you know that, well, this can be done. This is the way that it's done institutionally. And then obviously, if you do it that way, all you have to do is just make sure that your position is protected. See, we are in this in the money. My stop loss is above my entry. Anybody can do that. Stop loss is above my entry. Right, so this is what I was explaining before the event. If you're doing it on a 5-minute chart like this, literally, most probably you put your buy stop here and then you put your sell stop.
Hello, boss.
Yeah, 1 second. Go on.
Okay.
Right. So if you're doing it on a lower time frame, 5 minutes, and you're not watching the price, you're not doing it on a 4-hour or a bigger time frame. If you're looking at this last 3 candles before the news and you forget, this we cut you out. All right. So you go into this and you do not put your stop loss. All right. That's the reason why I said make sure that your stop loss is in place. All right. So if your stop loss is in place, even if they turn around, your stop loss would have cut you out. You know what I mean? But if you want to actually do this carefully, you make sure that you do not get it before the news event. All right. So consistent practice will always lead to profitability for everybody. Right. So your question again?
I was asking that in case you are not able to monitor the charts as like you've been able to do multiple screen or multiple something with a C trader. I think most of us have to start using the C trader so that we can be profitable at the same time. What I was asking is, what is the recommended pips from probably where the market is, where the current market is, probably like 5 pips above that particular place that you put your stop or buy stop there. Is there any recommended like range, maybe 5 pips above the current market price when there is about 5 minutes to the time or 10 minutes to the time? That is all I wanted to know.
All right. Who's asking? General manager. What's your name?
General manager, yeah.
General manager of which company?
I am in Ghana. I'm Hubert, so that's my laptop.
This Hubert. All right, Hubert. All right.
Yes.
So Hubert from Ghana, Mr.
Yes,
TK. All right. One thing I want you to understand when it comes to trading is this: trading is not certain events in trading is not going to be specific. All right. Let's measure it. Yeah. So that's not going to be like I said. Maybe I'm just saying this. All right. So before the event, 5 minutes before the event, we are 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes before the event, we have a range of, let's say, we have a range of 5 pips, okay? We have a range of 5 pips, yeah? 5 minutes before the event, we have a range of 15 pips, all right? And this 15 pips is a killer, all right? Because this 15 pips just flip around and starts putting a lot of people into pain. All right. So that's 5 pips, that's 15 pips before the event. Another one is we've got 13 pips before the 20 minutes before the event, 15 pips, 5 minutes before the event, almost 26 pips. You see where I'm coming from? All right. So in the case of the stalling, let's say 15 minutes before the event, 27 pips, all right? And then 5 minutes before the event, 39 pips. You know what I mean? So if I now say to you as a dumb trader that I am, and I'm not a dumb trader, I'm a smart trader. If I say to you as a smart trader that I am, that 5 pips before the news, can you see where I'm going to be leading you astray?
Yes.
Can you see where I'm going to be leading you astray? So let's have a look at this. So I like to do things practically. I like to do things in a practical manner. All right. So 15 minutes before the news is 6 pips. 5 minutes to the news is about 9 pips. So depends on different currencies. Yeah. For now, the sterling is the one that we've seen that is so much. So obviously, you have to put it on a 4-hour chart. That's the reason why. Let's look at this. On a 4-hour chart, before the event, I was above all the 4 hours high and low, all right, before the event. So when you do it on the 4-hour chart, you can put it about 30 pips. I put it about almost 30, 40 pips above the 4 hours news because you can experience a lot of gap sometimes. Right. In this case, on the Aussie one, they literally push me up more than let's look at it. This is what they did on the Aussie one. But I was just smiling saying that. So this is the 4 hour. I was somewhere around there on the 4 hour. This is where I was somewhere just literally above it. And it pushed me 16 pips up more before I actually get filled, because a lot of us who have money to trade with institutions, we know what they will be doing. We know how the spread will be operating at that particular point in time. This is the Fed. When I did the video on Saturday, when I did the webinar on Saturday, I was actually showing you the power of these people. And I was literally making people to understand that you don't joke when it comes to the time when they want to take money. Right about now, tonight, they've taken whatever they want to take. They've printed whatever they want to print. Let's look at the aftermath of the events. I mean, the current situation will be very gloomy. People are now going to be speaking. Traders have already made their money. After the event is when the journalists will be speaking and they will be saying also, look at this. All right. Official cash rates unchanged. All right. So this is the event. Yesterday, positive open cash rate, but today unchanged data dragged the New Zealand to L. 13 minutes ago, this was after we have traded it. Do you think this particular gentleman, do you think he made some money? 960 pip profits, need a retracement. Now you see the guy that making money.
Yes.
So the people that just talk, it wasn't on chain data that drop it down. It was the comments. Given the weaker global economic outlook and reduced momentum in domestic spending, the more likely direction of our next OCR move is down. All right. So you can see all the people who are commenting. Do you think they are making money? More likely direction of our next OCR move is down. Take New Zealand down. All right. So this guy is talking 13 minutes after the event. We were literally talking 30 minutes before the event. Someone is crazy. Oops, wrong. 83 pips profits. Thanks, New Zealand. You see, this guy is the only one that literally make money. Some other people will just be there talking. All right, so we know right now, I don't even have to read every single thing that they've written based on what people have got to say. All right. And I've got about 443 traders viewing this right now. And based on what people have got to say, I've known what the aftermath of the event is after I've made some money. So when it comes to trading, it's not about listening and hearing what the event is actually, because look at this. This is a whole 5 minutes. Yeah. Within that 5 minutes, you see digesting the whole of the news. Yeah. But within that particular 5 minutes, others are already in the market. Let's look at 1 minute move. Yeah. If we look at 1 minute move, that is what is going to surprise you. Look at 1 minute move. How can you catch this? 240 something pips in 1 minute. You are still shaking. I mean, you still don't know whether you want to buy or sell on this particular 1 minute. So it's good to be prepared. That's one thing that we learn from day one in every single thing that we do. Be prepared so as not to fail. So you are prepared so as to pass. You are prepared so as to win. So when I set up my webinar and I said it's going to happen before 30 minutes before the event, if you want to be part of it, I mean, stay up. I mean, I don't have to do anything for the rest of the week anymore. I've literally tripled this account. Yeah. I've more than tripled this account, and I'm so grateful for that. It's not even a boast or anything. I set up this account so that I can use it to trade with you guys, to show you how things is done. And look at that. I started trading this account from about £400. And this is what news can do to your life. It can literally change your life around positively within 5 minutes. Alrighty, guys. So let's continue to.
So boss, when are you trading? When are you doing live section of news trading again? So that now that we've been able to get a understanding, we'll be able to trade with you in our next live section.
All right. So who is asking?
This is TK, Mr. TK.
All right, Hubert at the same time. All right. What we're gonna do is the next live news is gonna be here on Forex Factory. Let's have a look. Well, there's a live news tomorrow, 8 o'clock. I'm not gonna be able to trade this anyway because 8 o'clock I'm gonna be doing school runs, getting children to school. Let's look at tomorrow. Tomorrow, another one, ANZ Business Confidence. I always love the the New Zealand and Australia. They pay me at midnight. They are witch monies. You don't know where they come from. They just come to you straightforward. So there will be final US GDP, all right, at 12:30, probably on Thursday. On Thursday, this could have been the one, but I've got a meeting for 12 o'clock. I wouldn't know precisely when the minute is going to finish. And then I've got another one, this RBNZ Governor All Speak. You can see that's a red alert, but because this is speaking engagement here, this is the ones that can literally whipsaw. You can say going in one direction, you can say coming back in another direction, like what used to happen in the when BOE governor is speaking or installing. So current accounts, all those red alerts might be the ones that we can possibly trade. All right, you see this particular one, the 1231 on Canadian dollars, yeah? This particular one, GDP month on month, RMPI month on month, IPPI. When I have conflicting news like that, yeah, if the results does not come in the same line, in the same direction, yeah, then you can have a very funny move. So all these ones, we can trade the aftermath of the original of the original release news. All right. So once I see conflicting information like that, I want to run away from it. All right. Look at this one: parliament Brexit vote. So that is going to be volatile. Although it's going to be one single outcome, that can be traded as well. But majority of the time, people already know the results. So why should we can trade the aftermath of that? We can literally trade the aftermath of that. All right. So yeah, all those red alerts, if I find anyone favorable and I'm going to be available, obviously I'm going to let you know. And that's the one that we're going to trade. Okay. The red alert news are the ones that we're going to trade. All right.
All right, sir.
So I hope you're gonna have a lovely night. If you manage to catch some pips with me, thank you so much, guys. In case you didn't, it's not a problem. We can always do this some other times. All right.
Yeah, we didn't catch the pay because it's a learning process. And then today I just wanted to observe the whole thing. I was like, let me observe. I didn't even do on my demo. I just wanted to observe how news. Because I keep hearing of news trading. I said, I don't like it that much. But the confidence in me that if you learn it the right way,
if
you learn the news trading the right way, it's also a nice way of making money. So I think we will practice the news trading with all the strategies that you've indicated to us. And I think I'm going to start using C Trader because it's kind of a little bit easier for you to maneuver things around. So
I mean, you can do it on MetaTrader as well. Say for example, I like something more. The reason why I like C Trader is this. Say for example, I place a trade. Yeah. If I place a trade, for example, I can say buy limit. Say for example, if I move this, I can see how much my profit is. Yeah. That's not the reason why I like it, but my stop. I want to be able to calculate that I've got social amount in my account. What is my stop? How much am I risking? I want to see that. I want to see whether I'm comfortable with this. If I'm comfortable with this, then yeah, let's go. You know, but in MetaTrader, you can do the same. Say for example, this is MetaTrader, and obviously you can have what is called, let's see, there's a particular way whereby one click order. Let me see options. So trade, you will know, everybody will know that one click thing.
Yeah, I think you have to click on a particular pair chart, right click on it, and
Yeah,
you're
and then
able to see.
it's gonna bring it up. All right, so say for example, well, because I can't trade with this one anyway, it's not a tradable account. It's a live account, but it's not a tradable account for one reason. I don't know why they've not allowed me to be able to trade. It's more or less like the introducing broker accounts. Yeah, I will upload it to my YouTube channel. We will see. Let's see how much people we've caught. I think we have about.
So for your 400 pounds account that you use in trading these news, what lot size did you use?
Right. My lot size does not predicate on this type of trading. What predicates on this type of trading is my stop loss. Yeah. So I didn't start the account with I started the account with £400. I've traded it up to £600, making sure that I follow my proper risk procedure. All right. When this news comes out, yeah. Did you start with us?
No, I did not. I
Oh,
think
you
I
didn't
watched the
start with
video
us.
again.
All right. So when before this news came out, I've put my position in the market. Okay. So on this one, I've got 0.50. All right, which is about 50, not up to one standard lot. Half a standard lot. All right. On this particular one, I put one standard lot, right? But I make sure that my stop loss is in place for 5 pips, okay? That's what stop loss I put on this at that particular point in time. On this one, I went to my chart. And checked which pair is the weakest out of the whole of the pair. At that particular point in time, it was the Aussie, all right? And I loaded the Aussie on 2 standard lots, okay? 2 standard lots, and I make sure that my stop loss is about 5 pips, all right? On this one, I didn't get to change this one at all. I loaded it with 0.05, 0.05, which is about 5,000 units, not up to 0.1, all right? And that remains at that. But yeah, it's news trading. I'm going to trade smart. I'm going to make some money. That's all I'm all about. I just want to trade smart. I want to make some money. And if I can make sure that my risk is controlled, because sometimes you get some of these news events and some of this news event does not go your way. All right. So you have to learn where to put your stop, how to put your stop, and make sure that your stop is in place. Because sometimes you might get something like this. Let me see. Let me get a whiteboard quickly. So it's risky. There's nothing in trading that's not risky anyway, but your stop is what is going to guide you. All right. So if you are practicing this or you want to practice this, I can only say to you that, as I've been saying from morning, that you're going to have to practice it with patience. I want to show you what you can get in this. And it's it's such a funny scenario. Okay. So I can get that out. All right. So you can get a thing whereby price will come down like that, yeah, and go back up, and it might have taken you down in a sell position. So if you have your stop in place, you have your buy in place, all right? If it goes back up, you want this to sell, right? It has started to sell, and then it went back up. Your stop will definitely get you in at a loss. You know what I mean? I mean, your stop will definitely protect you rather than gaining the whole of this loss that's going to now blow your account, because it's a straddle technique. This is a straddle technique. You have your order above, you have your order below. All right. So if you have your order above, all right, let me repeat it here. So it's a straddle technique. You have your order above, which is going to be a buy order. You have your sell order below. All right. The buy order, you have your stop literally somewhere as well. You check this stop. You want to know the value of it. You have your stop over there. You want to know the value of it, so that if price goes up like this and take you in, should in case price start to come down, all right, your stop is there to take you out and you will be happy with that particular stop. All right. So in this case, if price goes down and reverse back, anything can happen in trading. Okay. You are the one who have to use your own initiative to understand how to protect your account. And that has to click. You have to know that accounts need to be protected, because if there's no money to trade tomorrow, then obviously you're going to return back to them. You know what I mean? So, which is not a problem. Everything is a learning process. So if you get a return like that, then you're going to get caught out. Then look how funny this is. For the mere fact that you get this return and you get caught out, yeah, then you can see that price is going up. What are you going to do? That's the time for you to either, this one hasn't activated, eventually maybe price is going to come and activate this position, right? Or is the time for you to now start to buy again? That stop has caught you out of the losing one, then you've gained confidence to buy again. And if care is not taken, you might buy again and price will start be doing this for some of the events that just want to play funny. But some events like this event, following the news and understanding what's likely going to happen, and then with the, what's it called, with the present situation of the New Zealand economy, we know that it's getting weak because it's an export related how do I say, exports related, not export related alone. It is based on export. The economy is based on export, and monitoring their export data and all data that's coming out of that country has been weak recently. And that's the reason why we get guys saying, look at what is coming out on this particular chart on Forex Factory. It wasn't the on-chain data that dropped it down. It was the comment, given the weaker global economic outlook, yeah, and reduced momentum in domestic spending. All right. So there's no proper spending. Global economic outlook is weak. You know, people are not going to be going to New Zealand to buy anything because they can't even afford to buy anything in their home country. Nobody is buying any export or nobody is buying anything from the economy. That is what is affecting them. How do you manage the trade when there's whipsaw? I've literally just explained that. If you want me to go through it again, I will quickly go through it. All right, so when there's a whipsaw, let's look at it like this. So this is what you do before the event. Whiteboard, annotate. Before the event, this is where price is. All right. So you place your buy over there. All right. Your stop is over here. All right. So you know the value of your stop. All right. You place your sell over here. Sorry, your stop for the sell, stop over there. Your actual sell is over here. All right. So stop loss. Stop loss. All right, so should in case you have some conflicting data, this is what tends to happen for some of the data that are conflicting, whereby you've got all sorts of different kind of data that is occurring at the same time. Yeah, this is not good for every news. Some news, you're gonna get some news like this. You're gonna get some news that comes with all sorts of different. You can have, say for example, you have employment change. Yeah, look at this. and then you have unemployment change. Okay, so this is unemployment change. So employment change will literally do what if this is positive? Yeah, if this is positive, it's gonna increase the rate of a currency exchange. Unemployment change, if it is positive, yeah, it's gonna do what? It's gonna affect the rates negatively. All right, so you've got two positive news, all right, but two conflicting datas. Okay, so obviously the employment one, if it is stronger, it will push the price up, isn't it? All right, the unemployment one, if it's the strongest, will literally bring the price down. All right. So when the price is not coming down because you're trading two conflicting data, what you tend to have is you already seen yourself in profit, and then price whipsaw, it's going to take you out of your trade with the stop loss. All right. So when that take you out of your trade with stop loss, what you then tend to say is probably if this remains stronger, price will continue to go down. So you start to sell based on that. So when you see conflicting data, in some cases, what you want to do is you want to trade conflicting data retracements. Okay, that's what you want to trade. You want to trade the retracement of conflicting data, and this is going to be where you are. So the move has already occurred. You've seen the retracement, and then you have to be trading this retracement, say probably 15 minutes after the news. In some cases, every single thing that's got to do with that news would have occurred within 15 minutes. So this is 144. Let's look at what has happened again. So 144, the news occurred. The last 30 minutes, everything is high up. Last 30 minutes, everything is high up. Let's sorry, let me share this, guys. So I've forgotten that. So I share my screen share. All right, so the last 30 minutes, everything is way up. 30 minutes, everything is way up. Those are 30 minutes charts. 30 minutes, everything is way up. All right, so everything is way up within 30 minutes. There's no possibility for any retracement. Doesn't mean retracement is not going to happen. Retracement will still happen at some point, you know. But for now, there's no possibility for any retracement. Let's look at it on 5 minutes. Look at that. Within 5 minutes, there's no possibility for any retracement for now, okay? Doesn't mean retracement is not going to happen. Retracement is going to happen. But the kind of retracement that you're going to be seeing in this will be some minor, little retracement, okay? Will be some minor, little retracement, not so much of a huge retracement that you're going to see. So when you see fundamentals like this, these are fundamentals that shift the direction of every single thing that's been happening. The shift in fundamentals will mean the only thing you want to do with some of these pairs is when you're looking for retracement, look at this. This is actually going to an area whereby it's going to retrace. All right, this is an area of 200 moving average weekly resistance. All right. So when it gets to that area, you can see retracement all the way down, and then you want to be looking for possibility to buy this back. Look at where we are. Wow, this is so beautiful. Can you see the low over there? Yeah. Can you see this low? Can you see that most probably we have let's look at the harmonics that's coming up in terms of this quickly. I love that one. So that's Euro New Zealand. It's going to be a daily harmonic that we're looking at. This one literally blew my mind and shoot up. Euro New Zealand. No. Euro New Zealand. For 5 minutes, 900 and something pips. You're okay for the week. Right, so I'm looking at this chart. and I want to see possibility of any harmonic. The first big one might be a sharp, which is not a very good one to look into, but let's look at what's coming up. It's a big harmonic pattern. 56, right? It's not up to it, so we forget about this one for now. It's 8.6. All right, so I'll delete that one. I'll look for a smaller one now. I'll look for a smaller one. So the kind of smaller one that I'm looking for will be this one. All right, so this can be a cipher pattern.
So are you going to have a session on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm going to try and have a session on Saturday. I'll check my program. Hopefully, Saturday, I might be busy. I might be doing some networking. But if I'm going to have a session on Saturday, I'll obviously let you know. So this can be the beginning of a cipher pattern, and then we can see price going up to this place. But yeah, for now, that is what I'm seeing is what I wanted to show you is this. I'm seeing this support right here. Yeah? It's a longer time support. What I want to show you. So this support right there is the longest time support. We crack the support and then we snap back. Look at this. 1, 2, we are still moving towards the third day. Yeah. Although the trend is down, and that is just the issue. But because you have this big engulfing candle, and then it's at an area of previous support. Yeah. The big engulfing candle can literally shift things around, and you can start to see price continue to go up. All right. So,
come on,
guys, I'm gonna call it a night for now. We're gonna catch up during the day as well again. Yeah, and then I'll just try to continue to support you and make you a better trader, and at the same time, then you'll be able to benefit other opportunities that's going to come from trading as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for witnessing this experience with me. I so much appreciate your time, and I hope it's going to be profitable for you by continuing your education, by continuing your learning process. You know, the market varies, but because you've got experience right there with you on your side from people like us, we'll be able to put you through in the right direction, you know, and then we'll be able to tell you when the opportunity to make money is there. I think I've sent in the message earlier on today from about 9 o'clock or so. So it's an opportunity calling. We come in within 5 minutes. We pulled 900 pips away from the market. It's not a magic. It's just a consistent training and trading process. And you can do it too. You know, if I can do it, you can do it too. Yeah, for the mere fact that I've lived the most part of my life in England. I grew up in Nigeria as well. And my father is not a trader. Yeah, although he used to be an accountant and some whatever, but he didn't teach me how to trade. You understand? So I came here to learn how to trade. And this, for you guys, you are just learning it as well. So, and I know that you can get better. All right. So for whatever reason that you feel like getting in touch with me, Do not hesitate to do so. And then we can see how best we can bring this opportunity to make changes in your life consistently as well. Thank you so much. Any other question?
Okay, sorry, just before we leave, there's this other ANZ Business Confidence News tomorrow, same time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you
Yeah,
want
I
to
saw
talk
that
about
on the ANZ Business Confidence News. All right, so when you look at that news, one thing you have to understand is this. The Royal Bank of New Zealand, yeah, and the ANZ Business Confidence News. It's in Red Impact News, yeah, but what you have to understand is it's not as big as the New Zealand Bank. It's a leading indicator of economic businesses react quickly to market conditions, and changes in their sentiment can be an early signal of future economics. So it's a big news, yeah. It's not as big as the Royal Bank of New Zealand news, but look at that. In what have we got? We've got in February minus 30.9, okay? The previous is minus 24, all right? We've got minus 24, minus 37, minus 37. So things are not looking positive, but the coming one is saying minus 30.9. If we get something that's higher than minus 30.9, then this is going to have a very huge impact. Say, for example, we're getting something that we haven't got before. Let's have a look. And that can be a possibility as well. That can be, we haven't seen 50 since August 2018. Yeah, say we now go ahead and see 65. That will have a serious impact on this. So we'll watch this carefully. We'll see what it's going to say. And then if I'm able to trade it, but what I'm trying to say to you is the bank one, the central bank one, has got more huge impact than this one. All right.
All right.
Okay, guys. I hope you're going to have a lovely night. We catch up later on in the chat room. All right. I'm just going to catch some sleep.
Hello.
Hello?
Sorry, before you go, please. I noticed something on the Euro NCD on the daily chart.
Say that again. I can hardly hear you.
I noticed something on the Euro NCD on the daily chart.
Yeah.
It's like a downtrend, but the news pick it up back to the start of the trend, maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th day or thereabouts. So what I'm asking now is it going to continue with the downtrend after the news now?
So on the Euro New Zealand, yeah?
Yes.
All right. So this is what I'm trying to show you, that this is a fundamental shift, number one. Number two, continuation will be when we literally break above all this high.
Okay.
You see where I'm coming from? So what you want to see is whether it's going to continue for now or it's not going to continue for now. It's not looking to me that it's going to continue until we break certain highs. But the good thing, however, is this. We are now making the move that can give us the opportunity to break those highs. It's a fundamental shift. Yeah. This might be the news that the Euro NZD is waiting for in a very longest while. Look at where we are. We have the blue 12 EMA crossing down the orange 12 EMA, right? But what we've been doing is we're sitting in the how do you call it, the border of the bear and the bull territory. All right. So the bear was pushing this down, okay, but the bull take it back from them and push it back up. So now we are at the border. All right. So if I say to you that we're gonna continue to go up, everything depends on how positive this week close. Okay. So if this week close positively and remain positive, then we can see a possibility of us going up. But one thing you have to understand is this. Look at the chart. Can you see this down move? Yeah. Can you see that retracement? Can you see move back to 200 EMA? So on 200 EMA, we expect a bounce. Yeah, we are seeing the bounce currently. There's possibility that this week is going to close positive. Okay. If something negative is going to happen on the ANZ, there's possibility that today is Wednesday, we're going to close positive. If we close positive, then it's looking much more positive for the New Zealand. All we want to do right about now is we want to be able to look at this structure over here. We want to be able to close above this, let's see. So this is weekly. We want to be able to close above 165.21. All right. We are currently trading 165.22. So we want to see, this is what we want to see. Let me show you what we want to see. It's a bit dangerous right now. We want to see, can you see this momentum precede price? Okay, momentum precede price. This perpendicular move right here is what is called momentum. We want to see more of this. We want to see a serious push-up. We want to see that serious push-up above here, such that the essence of the momentum, which is going to be like that, if we get that kind of a move, any retracement is a buying opportunity. So we need to close above this channel, and then we need to look for retracement, and then up we go until we close above that channel with a huge momentum like this. Then we cannot continue to go up. The momentum is beginning, it's settling. All right. So the settling of the momentum is a positive indication, right? And it being a positive indication, we see have some other barriers that we need to eliminate. Those barriers need to be eliminated in the proper sense of it. For us to know that there's confidence in this. This confidence is going to shift the price up, and until then, we cannot say that we are going up. Until then, we can come back to this trend channel I and literally start to roll back down. Okay. But for now, everything is looking positive. We need another further push up. We need to be able to push well up and close above 65.21 area. Once we close above 65.21 area in a momentum push, all right? So all this push that we see seeing here is a push that can literally fall back down, all right? Let's look at it. Look at it. Did we get momentum over here? One single one, yeah. But the follow through one, they were just weak. You see that? So this is as a result of one particular news or whatever. The follow through one are weak. All right. So we gain the same type of a move that can be like this situation. All right. So if it's like that, look how long it takes. It now takes this to digest a fundamental news like this one. Let's see how long it's likely going to take. So after the initial move, it takes this about, wow, 26 bars. 26 bars. 26 bars. We've got, let's say 24 bars. That is 24 bars. That is 8 different sessions.
Well, 6 days.
Right. So 26 bars is 6 days. 6 days times 3 sessions in a day. It takes about 18 different sessions. Yeah, for traders, 18 different Asian session, Europe session, American session for traders to come together and say to themselves that, okay, yeah, we thought we were gonna go, but unfortunately, that's not the case. So we can see repetition. For the mere fact that this push high, we can see repetition. But the good thing about this particular one is we are literally at a structural low right here. All right. So we're taking that structure, which is a huge significant low, up. Okay. So we might continue to see that fundamental boost. So you cannot there's a lot of stop underneath here, isn't it? Under this last significant low, there's a lot of stop underneath there. So we've come to test all those stop, all right? And the other strategy, which is the market profile strategy that I introduced to my advanced students, is literally showing me that once we are below lows like this and then we've literally come back above it, it's a huge possibility that we've taken out all the stops. Yeah, there's no more business to do at that bottom. All right, fundamental shift comes in, and that fundamental shift, we can say continuation of it, because it's a bank shift. It's a Royal Bank of New Zealand shift. We can say continuation of this, but until then, you know, momentum precedes price. We want to see further momentum push. Further momentum push will give us possibility of this going on. We want to see all the EMAs crossing back up. All right, so look at this. Look at the 3 hours EMA. We want to see the blue crossing back up. All right, we are hitting the 200 EMA on 3 hours now. We want to see the blue above. Even on 2 hours, we haven't seen the blue above the orange. How about on 1 hour? On 1 hour, we're just about to cross on 1 hour, all right, which is the beginning. So once 1 hour cross, 30 minutes would have crossed already. So on 30 minutes, we've crossed above. We're literally sitting on top of this area. We need to see continuous, every time frame needs to cross, all right? Once every time frame crosses, and then we are able to take it above this particular channel with momentum, then we can say we are going up. But for now, we are still in a very strong territory whereby sellers are going to be looking for opportunity of cheap prices. And they'll say, wow, look at them. Look at this idiot BS. Yeah. But remember, we have this fundamental structure below the price right here. And that's what we are dealing with. That's what's propelling this price up. Every traders that are selling below have been faked out completely. So there's no, we've tested the stop. This is the area where we have the last low. We've come all the way down to test the stop. And then we've literally realized that there's no any other business to do in this area. And then price is shifting up. So let's continue to watch out for the momentum. Yeah, the most important thing is we want to see strong momentum push above the channel. Once we see that, then we are on the way to go up. But for now, it's still looking a little bit bearish until we see that. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, boss. So there's Euro news shortly. Hopefully it will move further. Well, be careful with that one. That can be the return of the mark. All right. The Euro news can be the return of the mark. It can later, if the Euro now becomes strongly positive, okay, then you see the fundamental shift. All right, because we don't want to see the return of the market on this one anyway. But that Euro news is something that we're going to watch closely, and it can be. We don't want it to be the return of the market. It's going to be continuation for us. Currently, we've got the dollar very strong as at this point in time. We've got the yen stronger as well. CAD. Wow. I want to see the New Zealand card. I've been battling the New Zealand card from the beginning of the day. And to be honest with you, let's see how massive this drops. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I've got a trade in there. Wow. These are every trades that I've taken on the New Zealand card. I literally use the New Zealand card to bring the 400. Wow. So this would have been positive for me with all those positions, but I don't want to take a risk. I take off every single position before this news because I know that it's a huge news, but I still got one position in which has net me 103 pips. Let's see what we've got. I've got another one in, 223 pips. So that's almost 320 something pips. I've got this one that's about 160. So that's almost 400 pips. What else have we got? I've got the pound New Zealand. It's about 221, 600 pips. It's not bad for 5 minutes straight, guys. Let's continue to learn. Let's continue to improve. Let's continue to strengthen our mindset. Let's continue to believe. Let's continue to understand that we can do all things. All right. So we will continue to do this. I will continue to be there to support you. Let's just try and have faith. All right. Someone is raising their hand. Let's see. How do I get that currency strength meter? All right, so the currency strength meter, I'm gonna try and post it in the Telegram group. Are you on my Telegram group? Are you on my Telegram group? Oladoyinbo Akorede Moses. I think you were there this afternoon as well.
Yeah. I'm on the Telegram.
Yeah, I'm glad you joined in again tonight, and you can see you were there in the afternoon, you follow it again tonight, and you make some little pips learning every day. I'm glad you make some money. I mean, I got a couple of people in the what's it called tonight that make some money, and you know, like Marcos, I took a big loss today, and news just got me profits. You know, when I say positive news like this, it just want me to carry on doing this, you know. I'm on Mastering the Market group. All right, so if you're on Mastering the Market group, what I'm going to do is, let me see. Give me a second. All right. So now you can wait for me 1 second. Sorry, this is not for Marcos. This is for you. All right, so you can copy that and join in, and then we'll take it from there. All right. Okay. All right. This is the thing. One thing that I'm gonna say to you guys is this: you are one of the very lucky few, because what we are giving you over here is something that I personally cannot tell you how much it cost me to gain this. You know what I mean? And giving you first class experience. If anybody decides to charge you $50,000 for this, it's worth it. It's worth more than it, and you can see it yourself. You know what I mean? So don't take this opportunity for a joke. You know, it might not last very long. You understand? Every good thing in life sometimes takes some time. You might be there today, and tomorrow you don't see it anymore. You know what I mean? But I've got a different mission anyway, and all I'm looking for are leaders who are going to be able to take this on, you know. And I've got also a different kind of series of plan for all those leaders, which you'll be seeing unfolding as a matter of time continues. So, but all I'm trying to say to you is this is by far the best trading academy, the best trading opportunity that you may get. You will be able to use this at the end of the day when you develop your strategy and you develop every single thing that can let you make money. Then if you want to join IML and make the what's it called, and make the aggressive compensation plan money, you can see a way to be able to do that, because now you have confidence. Now you know what you're doing. Every day is not Christmas, but you know, we can always protect our position. We can always protect our risk. and that is what is key. I mean, look at this now. If I want to be aggressive, I can say, let me move my sub down to here. I'm still making some serious money, about 440 something. If I move my stop to there, but I don't want to be aggressive. I'll leave my stop down there because I want to give Pound a little bit of room. The worst that I can do is take some profits, So on this one, I can decide to move it up as well. But notwithstanding, I don't want to be aggressive. I'm just watching things. I'll get some rest. I'll see what it's saying again. And hopefully, we'll be able to catch up with one another again in the room. Thank you so much. Fumbi Lupeju, thank you so much for your time. I hope you're learning something. You know where I am anyway, so if you need any help whatsoever, everybody, you've got access to me at this point in time. LN, who is LN?
It's Lomek. I'm in Namibia.
Oh, you're in Namibia. Wow, Namibia. Tell me about Namibia.
Actually, I'm from Zimbabwe, but I'm working in Namibia at the moment. I just came into.
So, where are you from in Zimbabwe? Do you know Bulawayo?
I'm from a place called the Wonder Valley near the Mozambican border.
Okay.
In Manica. Yeah.
So,
I know Bulawayo.
All right. What brings you into trading?
I've been in and out of markets, but I wasn't really trading. It was more of gambling. But now I want to learn to trade properly.
Okay, right. If there's one thing, is you're one of the lucky few as well, because at the end of the day, you might be in some team that is going to charge you crazy money to learn this, but what we are doing it for is for us to be able to teach a lot of people how to fish and make the experience much more convenient for them. If you now know how to fish, there are so many other opportunities that can come to you from just knowing how to fish alone, and
Sure.
Those opportunities, you will see them unfolding very soon. I'm glad that I can see someone from Zimbabwe. There's quite a lot of Zimbabwean that I just don't know what they are doing. You tell them about this, it's like you are telling them that tomorrow they're going to enter paradise and they are scared, they are weary. What happened to the Zimbabwean? Is it because their country end with Z and they want to be the last one to join the bandwagon? Look at Manangwangwa, or what is his name? The president. Mananangwa. Yeah. What's his name?
Yeah, you can pronounce it that way.
All right. I don't know what's happening to all those head of the country. Mugabe did his own. Yeah, the gentleman is growing old. Things are not the way that it's supposed to be anymore. But the problem with majority of the people is this, especially African leaders, is we don't think about creating leaders, and that is the way that I wanted to take this, because the way that I see Africa is we can still rule the world. We're still going to rule the world, but how about creating leaders? Why would I have all this knowledge and I cannot impart it into people who are willing? Because at the end of the day, if I'm able to create some massive amount of leaders, then with the experience they've got, with the way they've got that experience, I believe that's the way, that principle of giving, that same principle is a principle that they're going to use, carry on forward. Because if they don't use that principle, it's not going to work for them. Mix, thanks for joining in. Where are you joining in from?
Canada, Vancouver.
Oh, all the way in Canada.
Precise. Yeah.
So how come you're late?
Oh, that's because I'm actually at work right now.
Oh, you're still at work right now. What sort of time is it in Canada right now?
Let me see. It's after 7. It's 7:16.
Right. Okay. Well, we've done some amazing things tonight. We literally traded the news. We catch close to about 700 pips or so within
Okay.
5 minutes. And yeah, I'm glad that you are part of the last bit of it. Yeah, we made some money tonight, and I'm so glad about it. So this session is actually recorded. I wanted to do this session for just about 10, 15 minutes for the news, but for one reason or the other, the guys, they've just literally pinned me down, and I'm still here more than 1 hour, 47 minutes after the news. Yeah, so it's been
Oh,
absolutely
okay.
fantastic. We trade some live position. If you want to learn how to trade the news in a way, in a less risky manner, we can do that as well. So if you're at work, I hope your boss is gonna get sacked very soon because you're gonna be able to take this to a different level.
No,
How long have you been
absolutely.
trading?
Actually, I'm pretty new, so right now I'm just like learning like on the forex trade. So I'm
Right.
just basically learning technical analysis and what else? I'm at there right now, so I'm still learning. So fresh
Yeah.
on the market.
No, it's good. I mean, at least you've made a decision to learn, you know.
Yes,
And if you learn to be a trader, you definitely earn as a trader. And that's what I've
yes,
been showing people. If you learn to become a nurse, you will earn as a nurse, you know.
exactly.
So the
Yes.
learning curve, if there's one thing that I will ask you to learn, first of all, more than anything else, especially for all newbies, is money management. Risk,
Yes.
proper risk and money management. There's no way that you want someone, say for example, to work with money that you're not going to teach them how to protect money. Technical
Exactly.
analysis is not a problem. You will end up, because there's so many technical analysis, right? It's also of
Yeah.
different and then we learn every technical analysis for a season. There will be a time whereby we just be learning support and resistance, and that's what we're learning. That's what we just continue to learn. There will be a time whereby we want to learn, say for example, pivot points. That's what we are learning. And it's going to be for a season. There's going to be a time whereby we want to learn about moving average. That's what we are learning. There's going to be a time whereby you want to learn about all these rainbow charts and you're looking at it and you're saying, what the hell is this? And that's moving averages as well. So there's there's vast ocean of learning to technical analysis, and there are advanced technical analysis like literally I can put in A, B, C, D on my chart, and you are looking at my chart and saying to yourself that I mean, what is this? You want to run me mad? You know, and I can literally say to you that this is technical analysis to the highest level, you know. So there's
Oh,
nothing
okay.
that you want to learn that you can't learn. But the most important thing right about now is proper money management. You know what I mean? You need to be able to understand proper money management. That is essential for all newbies. Once you know the principle of managing risk properly in trading, forget about every other thing. You can close your eyes and trade without worrying about what's going to be the outcome. But if you do not learn proper risk management, and that's what we did tonight, we literally delve into making sure that if we are taking this trade, we take it under the proper risk management. And we've flipped the accounts literally, but we're almost up more than £2,100 one single night, you know, and
Oh, that's
that's
awesome.
significant. So for you guys, I wish you the best of luck. You know where we're at. We're gonna continue to support you. There are a couple of other new things that's coming up for this group. Just because we're doing it from the bottom of our hearts, we are seeing the blessing of God in our own life as well. You know what I mean? People can sit down there and want to charge so much for people to learn. You know, how can you be putting unnecessary burden and pain on someone that's just trying to learn? The best thing in life are free. So
Yes,
make the
absolutely.
best use of this opportunity. You know, it might not last for long, but as long as we are on the journey together, we will try our best to make sure that you guys are successful. One thing I'll say to you is do not give up. All right. I've been
I
doing it
won't.
for 12 years. It's going to be 13th year in June, you know, so do not give up. If I can continue, you know, and I can come out and I can share this experience with you, obviously you can do it as well, you know. So it's
No,
something that I
absolutely.
learn as well. It's become part and parcel of me. So do not give up. And one thing for everyone, yeah, even if you're trading results, uh, is not the way that you want it to be for now. Okay, there are also different kind of exercises that we can do to improve it. All right, but if there's one thing more than anything else that I want to say to you guys is this: you have to be able to take control of your mind, right? Have a very strong positive mental attitude, yeah. At the same
Yeah.
time, always make sure that what comes out of your mouth to yourself, to every single thing around you, is positive. All right. Make sure that you are speaking profit, and profits will come your way. All right. Make sure that you are speaking positivity in every single thing that you do. The moment you shift that mentality around, whatever the mind conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. You know, there is a very strong willing power in our mind. You know, God has already done it. Our creator has already made sure that we can have everything. All right. So it's up to us to go for it. In going for it, every single thing that comes out of your mouth is very powerful. You know, so you have to use your mouth, you have to use your tongue to recreate things around you. You have to use your tongue to start focusing on a particular mindset that's going to say to you that I'm going to be able to understand this. I'm going to be able to understand the core principle behind trading. And I have understand the core principle behind trading. Even if you haven't, you have to have that belief that you are not, just because you've been on a call like this, just because you've started to look into trading, just because you've started to look into technical analysis, because if there's one thing more than anything else for you guys is you can do this anywhere. You don't have to be slaving your time for money. You know, you don't have to be trading your time for money. You can build a system in this. You know, you can build your life in this. You can rely on this. The oldest profession on the surface of the earth is trading. All right. And up to now, some of us are still trading our time away for money, which is good. You know, that's the way that the system wants us to understand. But now we are recreating our own mindset and be like, well, I should be able to do something else. I should be able to do something that will work for me in a manner whereby I can have freedom of my time. I can be able to do whatever I want to do. If I want to pick up myself and say tomorrow I want to go and sit down by the beach and not do anything, I can literally withdraw some money from my account right now and go ahead and do that. And you can do that as well. You know what I mean? You can literally do that as well. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do going forward. So speak positively into your life. You have to, you know one thing? I cannot produce your trading result for you. You are the one who is going to produce it. Okay, you can decide to be following all sorts of different kind of signals, but at the end of the day, that's not your handiwork, is it? So if you are following, if you are taking signals from this person, taking signals from that person, and you do not understand the core principles, you know, you will now lay your belief massively on the signals. Meanwhile, you can create your own signals as well. All you need to do is give it a little bit of time to learn it. You know, and when you have people like us that will be there for you every single day, you will be able to learn this within a month, 2 months, 3 months. Just say to yourself, I want to learn the core principle in which I'll be able to make money in this in 90 days. You know, I've got other commitments, I know, But in 90 days, I want to be able to be making a difference. And I can assure you, within 2 weeks, you start making a difference. Within a week, you start making a difference. But speak positivity into your life every single moment, every single time. Just remain positive, remain positive, remain positive. Even if you are in a position whereby you don't want to be, cast that away,
I
because
think so.
whatever you fix your mind on is what your mind is going to achieve. You know, so that is where application of faith works. That is how you tap into the heavenly powers. You know, but if you have a reason to have a doubting mind for any reason, that means you are inviting that doubt. That doubt might not even be there at all, but fear and those doubts, you are inviting it, you know, because you've thought about it. But if you blank your mind completely away from all those negative thoughts, yeah, and then you just straighten up your mind in positive manner, then you will start to see the difference in your life. I'm not saying that things are going to happen like a magic within 1 second, but you will see a difference in your life in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks of you repeating the same positive exercise. You know what I mean? And then that will become part of your life. And then that will become a situation whereby whatever you want, you can just command it and it will be happening. You know, I want a situation whereby I'll be able to touch the hearts of people, whereby I'll be able to get leaders into my team, and I'm able to speak to you guys. I don't even know you from nowhere, you know, and I know that some people have seen the value in what I offer. Some people are looking at it and saying to themselves that, wow, okay, interesting, wow. You know, I'm receiving prayers, I'm receiving gratitude, and I'm giving all those gratitude back to God, because I'm so happy and grateful for this opportunity for me to even be able to speak to you. Not because of anything, not because I know, not because I do not know that I'm giving value, because I know that I'm giving value, but the value that I'm giving, what if there's nobody that's willing to take it on? How about that? Is it not going to be a wasted value? There's so many values in the grave that has been wasted that did not even get anyone to literally put that into experiment, you know? But I come on this call, 1 people, 2 people, someone is literally there and they are getting something. Oladoyin Moses was there in the afternoon. I think it was just about 2 or 3 or even 4 of us that was on that call. You know, we did the afternoon call and everything. Look at him again tonight. Moses is here again tonight, and then he has made some money. And I'm not an angel, although I haven't got wings, but he made some money. God gave me the opportunity to be able to show him something that he can make some money from, you know? And that money that he makes, if he continues, because I'm doing it with a pure heart, he's receiving it with a pure heart as well. So definitely it has to happen. We have to be able to connect like that. It's positive. He was there in the afternoon. I am here again tonight. He's here again tonight. I made some serious a lot of the money, you know, literally flip a 600 pound account to 2,700. Do you know how much percentage is that? And I do it live. It's recorded, you know. So it's not anything whereby, yeah, they say it and this and that. This is actually recorded. Anyone can listen to it. But the most important thing is a positive mindset beats, you know. For you to attain success in life, you have to have that positive mental attitude, okay? Once you have positive mental attitude, every single thing that's going to be coming out of your mind is going to be positive. You know, once you have positive mental attitude, then you're going to realize that if you're applying faith in whatever you are doing, things are just going to be working out. You know, you don't know how to do it, but you just have to believe that it can be done. All the Steve Jobs of yesterday, the Microsoft of today, the Warren Buffett of every day, they are not different. But successful people follows instruction. Successful people follows instruction. there are some keys to success in life. And until you start to unfold those keys, then your success will be in a situation whereby you are looking at it and be like, where is it? But the moment you start to follow instruction from people who can show you success, and you are saying that this is success, and they are saying it is coming out of their mouth, then all those simple little nuggets are the way to do things. You know, nobody is going to say to you that life is not perfect, that life is life is not perfect. It's up to you to believe that life is perfect. You understand? Whatever anyone is saying out there, and they're saying, yeah, the whole wide world is coming under and this and that. If you let your subconscious attract that, if you let your subconscious mind attract that the world is going down under, then you start seeing your own world too crumbling along the same line. But if you say to yourself, that's your own news, you can take on to that. I'm not interested in hearing that got better thing to do. Makes want to learn technical analysis. That's what I'm doing. Because I know that the moment I know this technical analysis, things are going to be different in my life. You know what I mean? So that's the way to go, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for this opportunity. I will always be grateful to you guys. Sometimes you may be wondering, wow, we should be the one that should be grateful. But, you know, I'm showing you the reason why life is going to be positive. Be grateful for every single opportunity. You know, let's just give that gratitude to God. Let's be grateful for the things that we are not even, that we haven't even received, that we are looking up to. Let's continue to speak with that. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. If it is whatever that you want a house, I'm so grateful for this house that you've provided for me, Lord. If it's a car that you want, I'm so grateful for this car that you've provided for me, God. If it is anything, if it is a good friend that you want, if it's a good teaching that you want, if it's a solid knowledge, just be grateful for the things that you have not even received. The moment you start to be grateful for the things that you haven't received, that's the moment you start to attract it into your life. And that's the moment that will start to happen. You know, 13 years ago, I didn't know that I'm going to be here, but I see a light in this. The light that you are just seeing now, I've seen it since then. And God has given me the opportunity to even be able to say to you that, listen, this has been going on for time, you know, and we have survived in it, so you can survive in it too. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate your expensive time. You know, I want you to be able to take control of your time. I want you to be able to trade to where I'm going. I'm going to beyond the trillion. That's where we're going to take this to, and we're going to be able to do it because we've got a lot of dollars. There's so much people out there that needs our help, you know, and we have to be prepared to be able to give that help. You know what I mean? There's so much people out there in Africa, in Latin America, in Mexico. Look at the way that we have the caravan moving from one place to the other. People are literally suffering in this world. But who's going to take on the challenge? You think it's just Donald Trump alone? Not just going to be Donald Trump alone, because Donald Trump himself does not even see value in them. He's already pushing them aside. But, you know, we make some money, we take a trip, we go and help people. We go and help people. What do we need all this money for? Not just for ourselves alone. We go and help people. We change the world around, you know. Mozambique, hurricane, they need help, you know. If you can send them a little bit of change on that, they will be more than happy. At least it will be useful for some child that does not even know that someone is thinking about them. Let's take this thing serious, all right? Thank you, guys. I'm going to leave you to it. I love you all, you know. I genuinely love you, and I do rate you. I do appreciate your courage in this battlefield, you know, because this is a battlefield. You know, a battle that you go to every single day that you don't even know. You go to emotional battle, you go to all sorts of different kind of battle with this, and if you are not a trader, you can never understand what we go through. You know, so back in time whereby people are going to be saying, yeah, those traders, they are wicked, they are this, they are that. But when you look at the challenges, you have to check whether they've got a C trader platform or not Forex. Yeah. I'm not Forex, so I'm not sure whether you have to check the trading platform that they've got. All right. So yeah, let's just believe and things are going to start to happen. I'm going to leave you guys. Leave me alone. Go and sleep or do something. Leave me alone, man. You're too much for me. All right, but now. All right, I love you. Take good care of yourself.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right,
Good night.
bye.
God bless.
Bye.
Bye, sir. Bye.
Yeah, again.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Good night. Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you. Good night, sir.
All right, then. Good night. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.